Hey guys, Nick60 here, taking a break from my campaign in Abducted to bring you a World of Tanks replay. Um, well, slash review slash announcement. I know that I am really late with this, and as of this point, you probably only have the rest of the day to actually take advantage of this. But there is currently an event going on the weekend of the 3rd and 4th. Unfortunately, this is being uploaded on the 4th, so I apologize. But all you need to do is kill 5 tanks, and you get 2 days rental of the Panzer Char B2 740F. I actually cannot get the rental since I actually own one of these from long before they were ever taken off the market. And, well, I believe I've already done a video of this. If I have, there will be a link in the description. But what this is it's a premium German heavy tank, pre-low, that was removed because it gets preferential matchmaking. It is a tier 4 tank that I believe can at most get into tier 5 matches. And it's an early premium tank. And it's an oddball. It's one of the earliest French tanks that were brought into the game under the German line, long before there was actual French line. And it's pretty much the same as the Char B1, except the premium matchmaking makes it much less painful to play. And I threw camo paint on it, and vents, and suspension, because it has these giant treads, which they can soak up damage, but you're also going to get tracked a lot. And I just have a repair kit. You could probably stick like an enhanced gun lane drive just to further increase its accuracy. Doesn't have the armor for a spall liner. It doesn't have ammo rack problems. Camo, it's a heavy tank, even though I did paint it. Binoculars, maybe. Coated optics, maybe. I just stick with the repairs. And 400 hit points, it's okay for tier 4. It's fairly fast and fairly maneuverable. 44 turret traverse speed, and 45 track traverse speed. It can turn very fast for a heavy tank. With the top speed of 30 kph at tier 4, it is actually really fast. But yeah, it's a Char B1. What on earth could possibly make this tank? Even if it's fairly fast and maneuverable, it still is thinly, well, it at first appears thinly armored, but particularly the front armor is, depending on what's shooting at it, of course, surprisingly bouncy. But what makes it, of all things, is its credit earning capacity, because I pay for my APCR with my winnings only. That's 64 rounds of APCR that I carry on this thing. Combine that with a high rate of fire, and all of a sudden, this is actually a fairly decent tank. You can focus more on regular AP and AG, and I guess for a tier 4 it's a pretty good earner. It has to be premium. But I use it primarily to focus on training. Thus far, I typically throw in my commander and my driver and my radio man from my Tiger 2, and then my radio man from my Tiger P, because, well, I've been using it for training. Commander, driver, and 2 radio men. That is an interesting setup. But, oh well. So, okay, that's I probably spent longer than I should have because, come on, it's a Char B1. Looking at this, but let's just have a quick look at, well, what happens when you have a special where all you have to do is kill 5 tanks to get one of these things. Yeah, that's a lot of B2 fat ducks. Lots and lots of B2 fat ducks. Yeah, and most of them are probably about an hour old. And you are going to see me focus down with the gold, because that's the only real way to reliably pen the front of a Panzer B2, and this thing earns so much money that I can afford to be kind of spammy with the gold. Also, the gold is relatively cheap. And even then, I bounced twice before I started penning, and another bounce. So, gold on a piddling little gun like this, well, it's not as bad as the Panzer 2C. No, 2D. It's a 2D. I'm sorry. What the heck? Where did I come up with... anyways, yeah, it's not as bad as the Panzer 2D, but you still have to work at it with this thing's gun. So here's a Type 95 I can take some pot shots at. And I realized, wait, it would be cheaper to use AP, but sadly I only had the one. I'm gonna see if I can get some shots, but my armor piercing is currently bouncing off of that tank. So, back to APCR. Still bouncing. Still bouncing. Now we're doing some damage. And, well, my premium time has run out, so I might have miscalculated a little bit on the APCR. But, still. Yeah, using APCR, still getting lots of bounces. So, it's a good thing the APCR is as cheap as it is in this tank. Most of these guys are probably not using APCR, so they're bouncing even more than I am, or probably switching to high explosive. And there goes the tread. What do we have left? Panzer B2, an A-20, an Su-26, and a Sexton 2. It's a shame, because this weekend also has half-off skill retraining, and there's no way I'm getting the credits to upgrade to my E75. Because I'm there, I could have it, but oh well. Have to keep grinding on the Tiger 2, sadly. Now back to AP. Got him. Yes, it's a lovely thing that artillery doesn't feel like moving very often. There's the A-20. Still stick with AP because I know I can relatively reliably pen him and the artillery, and I'm not going after the enemy B2, so I'm not bothering to switch to switch to APCR. If I can take some pot shots, I will, but otherwise I'm just going to keep moving. Now, where's that Sexton? Sexton's over there. Bounce. Hit. Hit. Okay. Sexton dealt with. Taking hits from the enemy B2. Put 1 AP at him. And then APCR. Miss. And our birch gun gets him. Switching back to AP because it's an A20. And, oh, he did not go for the artillery. Someone who pays attention to what's going on in the map. This can't possibly end well. And there goes our Stuart. And this A20 is a royal pain. He is incredibly fast. I assumed at first that he had run to the very back corner of the map, because that's honestly what I've experienced at this tier on this map in this game mode. Wait for someone to start capping, then run out and then harass them to death. Unfortunately, he went for the artillery and got there very, very, very fast. One wonders if he doesn't have oil equipped. And there goes the birch gun. So it's just me versus an almost dead A20. Well, time to camp. The birch gun is asking why I left the cap, and, well, no, I didn't do it for the XP. I genuinely thought he was there. Yes, I'm going to try to hide in the bushes in a heavy tank. Uh-oh. He can't pen me without gold. Actually, he probably can. The vents on the side of the tank in particular are fairly easily dealt with, despite saying they have 60 millimeters of armor. Part of it has to do with the fact that they're big and flat. I'm trying to use it while predicting where he's going to come from. And there he is. I just couldn't get my gun aimed at him. And he's made it abundantly clear that if I chase him, he can just outrun me and go someplace else. Unfortunately, I assumed he had already begun circling, and instead I gave him 2 free shots. Three free shots. And I'm trying to get as much distance as I can. Oh, uh-oh. Now I have switched to APCR at this point to give me any possible advantage I can. It's not much, particularly in this tank, but it could be enough. Backing up because I'm trying to get to a new position while keeping my front relatively pointed towards him. And here he comes around, like I'd expected him to do before. And at the last second, managed to pull that off. So, let's see how this tank actually did, shall we? There you have it, folks. A non-premium account victory screen off of the Panzer B2s 740F, or Char B2. Mastery, Bruiser, Fighter, Fire for Effect, Shellproof, Spartan, and Steel Wall. 5 kills, lots of critical damage, lots of pens. Tied the A20 for experience. He did more damage and got more kills than me. Sadly, I forgot that I no longer had premium account. So I would have earned a profit on that one with how much gold I spammed. Sadly, I didn't. But that's the gold off of like 40. Yeah, something like 40, I think. Gold plus the remainder of not gold. And the vehicle only would have cost me 2,000 credits anyways to repair. So, yeah. 3,000 XP, not on a tripled. Would have been 4,500, makes me sad. 51 shots fired. Of those, 44 hit and 26 actually did something. So, overall, the Char B2, it's an interesting tank. It's been available for sale on a couple special occasions. You only need to get 5 kills, so you can at least get it for a rental. But yeah, just sorry this is late. Really sorry this is late. But yeah. So this has been the Panzer B2. If you like this video and want to see more, please check out my channel. If you want to help support my channel, please check out the links in the description, especially the Patreon and GoFundMe pages. But yeah, this has been Nick6C signing out. See you guys in the next vid.